Our weather team is tracking the storm as it's expected to make landfall in just a few hours. We've got a team of reporters showing us the conditions right now in Florida. But let's start with Lonnie Quinn in the Storm Watch Center with more for us this morning. Lonnie, what is the update here at the top of the hour?
You know, a big storm is going to impact so many people. The National Hurricane Center putting out hourly updates. I've got to tell you, I've been doing this a long time, Chris. We actually worked with them down at the Hurricane Center. I've never seen hourly updates. You take a look here. It's a 6 a.m. update. Normally, we get them every 6. You can count on every 6 hours. You know, 5 a.m., 11 a.m., 5 p.m., 11 p.m. But if it's a big storm, they'll go every 3 hours. They're going every hour right now. So here's your 6 a.m. update. Brand new information for you. Winds 130 miles per hour. You have a Cat 4. It is moving. This is a key element right here. It's moving to the northwest at 8 miles per hour. So it's slower than it was yesterday, about half the speed that it was moving yesterday. 30 miles south-southeast of Key West, Florida. Let's zoom in tight on Key West, Florida. All right, now we're talking 30 miles to the eye. So that would be like 3.5 hours from now. So like 9:30 or so that they'd have a landfall with the eye. But let's measure this, Matt. I know you've got the controls of the computer. Let's measure the eye wall. That's the worst stuff. When do you get into those 130 mile per hour winds? Well, that's 13 miles away. And it's moving at 8 miles an hour. You got about an hour and a half, and then it's really going to start hitting big time in the lower Keys. Let's show you the track from the National Hurricane Center and how they see things working out. It's Cat 4 right now, and they have it pushing sort of over the Keys and right up the west coast of Florida. Now, is it onshore? Is it offshore? You know what? Nobody wants to root for an eye wall for an eye landing, but a landfall would at least give you the eye of the storm, which is a little calmer. If it just stays offshore, it's going to maintain itself stronger, which is what this is sort of depicting. So by the time it's up to the middle of the state, you're still holding on to a Cat 3 hurricane and then pushing all the way up into portions of Georgia and Alabama, probably as a Cat 1, finally have a tropical storm in the Tennessee Valley. It is going to be a long day. And it's not just today, but today is the big day. But I think it's going to be lingering into Monday as well with some big effects. So got a long way ahead of us. Let's go over to my colleague, John Elliott, who's got more on some of the effects of the storm. Storm surge is one of the biggies. Yeah, no, but, you know, Lonnie, you talk about that eye wall, and if it does not make a landfall, then you're right at the razor's edge for the entire length of the state. So following up on what Lonnie was talking about, Futurecast, we can timestamp this for you. Now it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. All the way into 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and we don't even see the worst of it in Fort Myers yet. Then you start to see the storm surge filling in. Now you're at 8:30 tonight. That's where you're going to see a potential landfall here. Still, it's a very powerful storm. If it goes inland, then you're going to be dealing with more storm surge south of Tampa. That's going to fill in. That's overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. It's as late as 8:30 tomorrow morning. You're still dealing with rain bands. Now you have that storm surge threat for Tampa all the way down to the Keys. And you look at this, South Florida into South Carolina. You're going to be dealing with tropical storm force winds, if not hurricane force winds. More storm surge for Florida. And then you're going to see big issues in Atlanta, up into Chattanooga, possibly into Knoxville as well, and much of South Carolina. Not only seeing heavy rain, but the risk of severe weather will follow this all the way up, where you will see tornadoes spawned and lots of inland flooding in concert at the same time that you're dealing with storm surge issues. So, Vanessa, I mean, this is a big storm, and it's a multi-day storm, but the reports already coming in.
They are, and you know, we're just about an hour away from that outer eye wall affecting the Keys, but earlier this morning the reports were already pouring in. We saw a crazy video yesterday.
Coast,
Yes, it has been a very busy night. The reports, especially along the East Coast, as John mentioned, have been very impressive. Here we are in Key West. One of the reports, we're taking a look at hurricane force wind gust of 84 miles per hour. Again, the eye wall still a little bit more than an hour away from making landfall in the Keys. As we make our way up the eastern coast here, in and around Miami, a cluster of activity, those hurricane force wind gusts rolling on in, also tornado reports from last night. Here we are in Wiltern Manors. There was a tornado reported. This happened around 6:40 last night. We had a couple clustered around that time. There is a tornado watch in effect for much of the southern half of the state until roughly noon today. Another one from Fort Lauderdale. Here we see multiple reports and videos of a waterspout offshore. And you know what? Fort Pierce is getting the worst of it as we make our way up the coast. There, Well, they had nearly 10 inches of rain in just a few hours, so roadways completely flooded over. Again, this is the early portions of the effects of Irma as it continues to make its way toward Florida. Back over to you, Chris and Mary.